Good morning everybody, this is day 12. It's Patrick McIntosh speaking to you from Randers in the sort of middle northern part of Denmark. It's a lovely sunny day, but it's flipping cold, and I parked up in my the bike shed here and had a coffee on my way to the coast and my last stop, which is Frederikshavn, which I'll get to tomorrow night. I wanted to talk to you about positive and negative results because there's all sorts of confusion about this, and I know the World Cancer Research Fund, for which I'm raising awareness and money, is doing a huge amount to research this very difficult area. Essentially, however, one of the reasons I'm doing the trip across the world is because of early diagnosis and getting yourself checked. And however negative or positive the results may be, it is much better to get a check and to think about the information you get. And in my particular case, it was very, very confusing. I didn't know that I had bowel cancer until I went and gave blood, and that discovered that I had low levels of iron, and that led to discovery that I had bowel cancer. I was incredibly lucky. It was a weird way of getting checked, and it was a weird result to have come away from, but there you go. Then when I had my prostate problems, they kept taking biopsies of my prostate, they kept looking at the PSA, they couldn't decide what was wrong. In the end, I took the decision that I was going to have radical prostatectomy along with a second opinion from another doctor. But quite frankly, at the moment, we still don't really have enough information and evidence in research, which is what we desperately need the World Cancer Research Fund to do, to give us that information. And that's why it's so vital that we raise some money so that we can get much more accurate testing. And of course, this applies to things like breast cancer, where it's very difficult to say whether you've got breast cancer or not from tests. And we need to get that information more accurate, and we need to carry out much more research, which requires more money, which requires more time to be able to do these things. But in the meantime, it's better to get yourself checked, and it's better to go for examination and be ahead of the game wherever you possibly can. The combination, of course, of eating well, of changing your diet, of not pouring oxidants into your food, your body, but breathing good air and eating good food and taking some exercise reduces cancer chances anyway. But like me, who was a super fit human being, you can't avoid getting cancer. So the best thing to do is to get yourself checked, take the results, and if necessary, then you have the stuff removed. I was incredibly lucky to get my bowels removed. I was incredibly lucky to have my prostate removed. They didn't really know until they went in and took the things out that it was as serious as it was. But I'm still alive, and I'm cycling the world, and I'm raising money in order to help others and in order to raise money particularly for the World Cancer Research Fund. I hope you've enjoyed this note, and I'll be posting some more later. Bye bye for now.